What's up? Welcome to the One by One Network. I'm your host, 91. I have a very, very special guest with me today, Pilly Mae, all the way out of Miami. How are you feeling?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I see you in the studio.
Yeah, I am. I'm actually in the middle of a session right now.
Okay. Well, we won't take up too much time. I know you've been dropping like singles and hits like crazy. Like it just came out. We'll be talking about that one. I was still stuck on Like a Flute. And then like it came out. I was like, okay, so I'm enjoying both of those.
Thank you. Have you seen the videos?
Yes, I have. I'm going to talk about that as well. We're definitely going to get into that video. So what are you working on right now? Something for an album or just another single?
Yeah, well, right now we're just recording, just being creative and, little feature surprises.
Gotcha. Okay. So you are Pilly Mae. I feel like a lot of people in Florida know who you are. Out here in Texas, they may not know exactly who you are. So I definitely want to kind of give everyone a chance to really get to know the real you. So I did my research, and you are from Ohio.
Yeah, from Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay. So and then that's where you grew up at.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, is that where your family's from?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you live there?
Well, I lived in Cleveland for all of my life, and then I came to Miami maybe a few years ago.
Okay. So what can you tell me about Cleveland? Like, what is one thing that you would tell people that they just may not know about Cleveland?
Cleveland is really I would say an up and coming city. It's a lot of successful people out there. People don't realize 3 major sports teams: the Indians, the baseball team, Cavs, and then they have the Browns. So people don't realize there's a lot of people that still come in and out of there. Then they also have Cleveland Clinic, which is a really big hospital. And a lot of people here will go there to get surgery, and that clinic has saved lives. People was like, "Oh, you from Cleveland? My wife got her surgery in Cleveland and she survived." I hear that a lot. So yeah, that's lit.
Probably makes you proud to be from there.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of big up and coming artists that are doing their thing from Cleveland. So it's lit.
Yeah. So one thing about being here in Texas, you feel the culture of Texas, that Southern hospitality, even just outside of the hip hop culture and everything. We're known for a lot of things. Everything's bigger in Texas. Our food, our barbecue. What are some of the things about Cleveland, Ohio that people may not know? Hey, this is what we're about. Or what are some of the things about the place that influenced you the most?
Well, it's kind of cool because one thing I realized, Cleveland has a sandwich, and it's called a corned beef sandwich.
Okay.
And there's nowhere else I can get this particular corned beef sandwich except for in Cleveland.
Is there a specific spot you go to?
It is. It's right by the casino. There's these casinos in Cleveland now, and when I go back, I always go to this it's a little deli. And everybody goes there to get a corned beef sandwich with Swiss cheese and a pickle on the side.
Okay. Now,
from Cleveland, they'll post their corned beef. They're I'm home when you see this corned beef sandwich. I'm yeah, that's crazy. That's how I feel.
All right, next time you go, you got to post one for me so I can check it out.
Yeah, I will.
One of the earliest memories for me with just Ohio, I believe, was Bow Wow. Back in the day, that was the only artist that I knew that was from Ohio back then. Who were some artists that we may not know about? We have legends here in Texas, like Zero, Trey the Truth, that their names have definitely spread out more over the years, but a lot of people still don't know who Zero is. Are there any artists like that out there?
I think there's a lot of artists, but I know Bone Thugs and Harmonies from Cleveland. So they're legendary. Bow Wow's actually from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
It's different. It's kind of a distance from Cleveland. A lot of people from Cleveland don't really claim like Bow Wow. You know what I mean? Because he's not. But it's like Machine Gun Kelly. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Yeah, and then there's another artist. I can't think of his name right now. He used to work with Kanye West, but he's also from Cleveland. I can't think of his name. It sucks.
Okay. So what school did you go to out there?
It's a school called Brush High, and it's in South Euclid.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Like, you know, it's much different now. Like, it's a whole like black school now. But when I went there, it was like half.
How did that kind of influence you growing up, as far as everything?
Yeah, that like I was gonna mention that. Like, I grew up with like a lot of white and black people, and I think it made me kind of like really like open. Because when I moved to Miami, it was all different types of folks. Like,
right. Were you shy in high school?
You say what?
I said, were you shy in high school?
No, I've never. I've always been like the like really like outgoing kid. Yeah.
So describe Pilly Mae in high school. What can I expect when I see you in the halls?
That's so cute. I was an athlete. Like, I played all type of sports, but like by the time I got to high school, I was really like heavy on basketball, and I was heavy on the dance team.
Okay.
So it was crazy. Like, during basketball season, I was hooping. Like, I was really nice. Like, I played AAU ball, and it's like, yeah, like I was really good with basketball. And then like I would go change, put on like a slick outfit, and then go dance halftime at the boys' games. It was like, what the hell is going on? Like, and I was really good at both.
Yeah. So you always kind of had that hustler mentality.
The what?
You always had that hustler mentality. You know, a lot of people are like, I got to do this, so I can't do that. But you're like, nah, I'm going to get both done.
Yeah, I was literally like leaving my games, shower, put some makeup on, take my hair down. And I had braids back then, so I just take it out and then go like on the dance floor and then just be tearing it up. And it was like, yeah, that's Pilly. They didn't really call me Pilly back then, though.
Back then, okay. We'll get into that too when that came about. Now, what position did you play?
I was a point guard and a guard. I was the 1 and the 2. So
okay. Now, I interviewed DJ EFX, and he told me he's a little bit of a hooper himself. So, who's gonna win that one-on-one? You or EFX?
I don't know. I think I could take him. You feel me? Because you know, I'm real heavy on the left, so I think, you feel me.
Okay, you left-handed?
Nah, I'm right-handed, but I'm really
okay.
So I think I could fuck him up with the
left hand. Okay. So you were playing basketball in high school and everything. You graduated. Did you do music in high school?
I did. I was in I did like show choir my freshman year, but it was like the show choir was like kind of corny. I was like kind of too cool for that.
Yeah.
But I did, yeah, and I'm sad that I regret not doing it, because show choir is really like what I love.
I understand. I was in choir when I was in middle school as well, and it was cool at the time, but I didn't really see the value of everything I could have got out of it back then.
Right. And then I was in gospel choir.
Okay.
And that was my favorite, because like back then my school was like, it was real mixed. Like it was like 50-50, but like most of the curricular activities were like predominantly white. And gospel choir was all black.
Right.
Real talented singers, man. Them girls used to sing like Beyonce. Shout out to Hugh. Like though so I really learned a lot from them. Like I really loved being close next to them, like listening so close to how good they can sing. I definitely think it has helped me. I'm still trying to hit them notes.
You have a really, really good voice, though.
Thank you.
So, when did music really just become a thing? Was there always that passion for it, or was it just like you liked it? When did it become a passion? It's like, this is what I want to do.
Well, yeah, my whole life I grew up doing music. I come from a musical family, and like from my parents doing music, me and my sisters doing music. I kind of just always was around music growing up. I got serious about it when I was like in high school. Like me and my friends, we would just write songs, rap songs, like all type of stuff. So I was like, I really want to do this, but it was just so difficult. Like, you know, in Cleveland, like I didn't really have access to like studios like that, and I just had an opportunity. I was like, if I go to Miami, I know I can make it happen.
So why Miami? Most people want to go to LA or to New York. You chose Miami.
Well, it was still like on the Eastern time, so it wasn't too far off like that. And then it was hot.
Yeah.
All year, you know. Cleveland is really cold. Like right now,
I've never seen snow, so I love the South.
Cleveland gets a lot of snow. Like, yeah. So it was like just kind of like a paradise. And I was like, you know, if I could get amongst the stars, I could be co-star.
I feel that. So did you know anyone when you moved?
I was dating this guy who was like back and forth.
Okay, so that kind of made it easier.
Yeah, he had played college ball, so he was traveling all around the United States.
So that's what y'all had in common, was the sports?
Yeah.
So you moved out here, and it was, so you just knew him, no other friends or family?
Nope, I didn't know anyone.
That takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. So when
I think that, and I'm like, wow, you were like fearless.
Yeah, a lot of people stuck, you know, where they're at in their hometowns, and they never leave. So how important do you think it is to get outside of where you're from?
Even if you don't want to move, I think it's important to travel because there's so many beautiful things in this world. Like I've traveled around the world, and you see so many different things. You learn so many things. You could learn that you absolutely love something that you didn't have where you're from.
Okay.
And like, you know, study like your ancestry and study like where you're really from.
I like that. What can you tell me about your ancestry?
I mean, I didn't personally do it, but my sister, she like kind of looked up her roots on like ancestry.com, and she has a lot of African roots.
Okay.
It's really cool. She's like, wow, like she's like, we're so light skinned.
How many siblings do you have?
Roots are strong, huh?
How many siblings do you have?
I have one full sister, then I have two sisters who are my cousins that were adopted.
Okay. So no brothers, all girls.
Yeah, I have like half brothers, but they're from like they're way old. I don't like talk to them like that.
I understand. Okay. So you made this move to Miami. What was it like when you first got there? So you had your boyfriend at the time. I'm pretty sure he was supportive, but what did you have to do for yourself? Like find a job, or did you just get straight into music? What was that like?
Well, I went to beauty school inside my high school. So I graduated high school and took the state board test to have a license to do hair.
Okay.
Ohio had more credit hours than Florida required, so I was able to just transfer my license to Florida, which was another reason why Florida was just more of a better option, because California had way more hours. I would have to go like do more school, because California was an option. It's hot out there too.
Yeah. I feel like that's always an option. That's always on everybody's list at some point.
Yeah. You know, California, like I love California.
When was the last time you did hair?
To Houston?
No, just did hair since you're licensed. And
like I do hair for like my family, but like that's it. Like I don't.
Yeah, you ain't taking no clients.
Yeah, no clients. It's not like my thing. I just like to do like natural Black girl hair.
Okay, I feel that. So did I read that you used to bartend as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite drink to make?
A Patron margarita.
That's a favorite one to make. What's your favorite drink to order?
A strawberry Patron margarita.
All right. I like that. I'm more of a whiskey sipper myself. I can't do too much clear liquor.
Oh, whiskey is good though.
Yeah, I love whiskey. All right, so now you're in Miami, you're working, you're grinding. What is your first goal and objective when you hit Miami? Like, of course, you got the job now, things are coming in. Your focus was on music. What were your goals and objectives with that?
Well, I wasn't really able to start doing music. Like my focus was like surviving.
Right.
You know, like that was like, I need to make money. I need to be comfortable. I need to get like situated. Like, you know, so the first year was really rough. Like me and the guy had broke up like 6 months after being out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like wild child. That's a whole nother story. Oh yeah. And then it was like I just had to grind, and it was like really hard. Like I had to kind of start working in clubs so I could like make fast cash.
Right.
That's a hustle. Like that's hard. People don't know how hard that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then like the next year my best friend moved out there, and then that's when I was like on South Beach like every day.
I'm assuming that's where you started making the connections. People started seeing you. Okay.
Yeah,
networking. Yeah, you gotta put yourself out there. When I first moved to Houston, I remember I think I went out every single day for a month straight. And I'm not really the type to go out that much, but it's like I gotta get out here, I gotta meet people. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah. But we was having fun. Like it wasn't even like now it's like work.
Right. Okay, so when did it first become work? When it's like, okay, I went to the studio, made a song, it was cool, but now it's like, okay, I need to be in the studio. I need to make sure the quality is there. You know, when did that come?
It started, I had did my first management deal in 2017. And again, like rapping is something that I just always like have fun doing. It was always something that I did for fun. So like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. I was like, okay, be lit, like let's get it. And then like people would start, you know, calling me for shows. So I do the show, and then we were like, oh, we so lit, let's go get it played. So we go to the club, and I was like, oh, let's go holler at the DJ. They're like, I'm just having fun. Hey, DJ. And I was like, my shit, like. And then it started to become like, okay, I need this song played at this club. Like it's gonna be people here. Like we got like, so it started turning into like work.
Okay, what is one of your most significant memories from the start of your career when you felt like, wow, I'm actually making some progress, I'm gonna get to where I want to be? What was that one moment that made you feel like that?
It was like a lot of little moments. People would be like blown away.
Yeah.
But it was when my song had dropped on the radio. And like, yeah, like DJ Efeezy had made a movie on the radio.
That's what's up.
And
yeah, shout out some of those DJs early on that kind of put you on.
Yeah, it was a lot of DJs. Like DJ S was rocking with me in the very beginning. I used to host little parties at this strip club called Playhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still doing Playhouse November night.
Yeah, I know the club scene in Miami is like out of this world.
Yeah.
I've only heard and seen, you know, on TV and everything, but what's one of your favorite clubs out there?
Definitely Live on Sundays. The best club to go to.
Okay, nice. I need to have you host a night there. Have you done that yet?
No, I was like, I was fighting for it, but like you got big time.
Damn.
Live.
Like 2021, you hosting Live.
Yeah.
We putting it out there. Yeah, I can't wait to see that happen for you. What are some platforms that you want to be recognized on as an artist? Whether it's having your single on Billboard, are you going for the Grammy? What are some of your goals long term?
Definitely, I want to see my songs charting. I want to see my songs on Billboard. You know, just top 5, like everything.
You definitely have the sound for it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, you know, eventually to win Grammys, like that's like the ultimate, you know, reward, I should say.
There was one thing, so I love the new 21 Savage video Running, where he brought the Grammy back to the hood. He had it in the convenience store, was letting all these regular people from where he's from get a chance to touch that Grammy. And I really liked that he did that, because then you have other artists like Kanye West, who just kind of peed on his Grammy to make a statement. You know, Drake, who's always pouring something in his and drinking out of him. For me, it was nice to see an artist still kind of have some wholesome value to it like that. So I kind of saluted my head to him on that one, but I definitely would love to see you get one of those as well.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's like I gotta check the video out. I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, it's a crazy video. I know as an artist, it's hard to kind of check out other people's stuff. Like I said, you're in the studio right now. I saw you were just doing something over the weekend for Halloween.
Yeah, we did a party at the Vibes Ultra Lounge, and was there. So
You had a good time.
yeah, we was lit. We was on the
Yeah,
night.
I saw your costume. You looked amazing. That was really dope.
Thank you.
So I want to know about your relationship with some of the hip hop peers in Miami. Now, have you got a chance to meet Trina yet?
I have met Trina.
Yeah.
I met her like back in 2018 at a City Girls party, and it was
Who influenced you?
yeah, like she's one of my biggest like female rappers that like I came up listening to, even in Cleveland. So I was so like nervous to meet her out, you know, because I've loved her for so many years.
Yeah.
And I promise you, she was so cool and she was so like nice to me. I like the way we were communicating, you would have thought we known each other for like ever. And it's so cool because I've listened to her music since I was like little. So it's kind of like I did kind of grow up with you.
Yeah. Even though you weren't in the city, like we all grew up on Trina.
Yeah, and every time I see her, she's always like, "Hey, girl."
That's what's up. Yeah, it's nice when they recognize you.
Yeah, no, she's real as fuck. Like she's one of the like real artists that's like really like put in work in the industry, and she's so humble. She's so nice.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't get the recognition that she deserves as much as she should.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm like, you know, she did what she was supposed to do as an artist, especially
OG.
Like, yeah, like that was the music I could listen to. Like that was the only music I could listen to when I first moved to Miami.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I'm pretty sure the city was crazy when she was at her peak. So I'm not the most familiar with a lot of the hip hop pioneers in Miami. What can you tell me about Iceberg?
He's one of them. Like he's the artist that has been out since like back in the day. And I wasn't even really here for that time when he was like coming out, but I would look at old videos. I was like, dang, he was popping.
Right, so have you had a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I met him too, because you know I used to bartend at G5, and it's like it's just like kind of like a playground for everybody who's anybody.
Okay.
And yeah, and like they just be in there chilling. And he's real cool, but it was always like really loud, so it would just be kind of like a high vibe. But I had did a remix to his song Real Spill, and a lot of people was fucking with it. So he was like, "Oh, I heard you. You know that shit was lit." I was like, "Thanks."
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, they're real, like the Miami people who like really like in the city, like they're real tight knit. So you know.
I like to hear that because you hear so many cities talk about, oh, the artists here don't support each other. Everyone's out for themselves. Florida has really been taking over the music scene. Really, I feel like almost the past 5 years now. Like Florida has been on the map. And it definitely seems like a lot of the artists out there definitely are open to collaborating with each other.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like you got to just catch a vibe. You know, when you meet someone, like it may not be like beef, but it definitely has to be like good vibes and like genuine connections.
Okay. What can you tell me about Ball Greasy?
Ball Greasy he's one of the bigger artists too that I think, you know, he got on like one of the records with Lil Duval and Snoop Dogg. That was huge, but he's really talented. He's like a real Miami like native. His music, I feel like, carries that Miami sound with just like his sauce and his flavor. He be singing he lit.
So you consider yourself a Miami artist? You're cool with that title, right?
Yeah, like, you know, because I've been here and I've been recording here. So it's like, you know, definitely, I say out of Miami.
Out of Miami. Okay, because I was going to ask you, you know, like when they say, oh, a Houston artist or a Cali artist, it kind of has a sound to it. You can kind of picture it and visualize it. Tell me, what do you visualize when someone says a Miami artist?
Like a flavorful artist. Like Miami is just a variety of people, variety of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there is a Miami sound.
Right.
I think it's really dope because the city girls, like, that's really how Miami people sound.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. But then, like, it's a huge Spanish culture here. It's a huge like Haitian culture here. It's all type of different island people from the island. So it's like it's a melting pot of different people.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah, it is a lot of different cultures there. I want to touch into that later on as well. Let's get to the next one. Okay, how do you plan to differentiate yourself from other Miami artists? So you don't just sound like a Miami artist, but you sound like Pilly Mae coming out of Miami.
well, automatically people know I'm not from Miami. They
Mm-hmm.
be like, first thing when they hear my music, they say, "Where you from?"
Yeah.
I say, "Here." They're like, "No, where you from?" I say, "Cleveland." They're like, "Yeah." So like automatically they already know like I rap different, I sound different, I talk different. And I just think like that mix coming from where I'm from, you know, spending some time out here and just being true to like my story, that whole process is gonna make it different from other girls because like, you know, I'm different.
Yeah.
And you say what?
I think yeah, you most definitely are. I respect that about you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So do you plan on staying in Miami or are you gonna want to move out later
I
in
think
your career?
Yeah, I think I'll always have a place here because I just love Miami. Like,
Mhm.
it's the city I chose. But I definitely think I'll have like a home in other cities. Like, I love New York,
Mhm.
but I'll probably get a house in LA too. That's
Yeah,
my dream.
I feel like that's necessary because the bigger you get, the more those industry connections are gonna come. You're not trying to take a flight every other day. You might need a house out there to work on the West
Right,
Coast.
right.
Okay. So when it comes to business and being in this industry as a female, I really do hate that we always have to separate it so much. Like there's a level of respect with saying a female artist and a male artist, but at the end of the day, it's rap at the end of the day. What are some of the biggest challenges you've had in this industry when it comes to business? Whether you feel like that's been because you are a female or that's just the way that things are. What is one of the biggest challenges you've come across?
I would say like one of the biggest challenges is just getting the music out to the masses. And, you know, people actually taking the time to listen and pass the beauty and
Right.
the looks.
Okay, so that's a challenge for you. It's often it's like, oh, she's a pretty face. And they don't really see the talent there.
Yeah, like that automatically you just want to assume it's just like the same thing.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna like play with that a little bit, but like I just really want like the world to hear my music. So just getting out to the world, it's been like kind of the challenge. But I've always grinded, like worked really hard. So if you work really hard, you can push through like a lot of the other problems people face.
You gotta have tough skin too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you seem like you don't back down from anything. Like you ain't afraid of confrontation.
I try to avoid it as best as possible, though. Like that's my thing. Like I don't get off on that. I think some people get off on that.
And what was leading me to, because a lot of times when it comes to business and a woman has to boss up, she kind of gets these ugly titles thrown at her. But you know, if it was a man that was doing it, oh, he's respected because he's hard and he's firm. Have you ever had to kind of battle with that?
No, definitely. But you know, like that's why it's important to have like a great team around you because like you could kind of like have a male figure that's working with you to kind of interpret exactly what you want, exactly what you're trying to get across.
I love that answer. I love that answer. So it's important to have a team. Someone might need to speak for you in a situation where you know I'm not the best person.
Right. Like representation is everything, you know.
Okay. So tell me about your team.
Well, right now I am an artist with Fanatic Music. It's an independent label here in Miami. And I have a management, it's called the Etiquette Group.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Now, one thing I wanted to get into, let's get into the music and kind of tie it into your personal life a little bit. I was being nosy because I'm supposed to be. I know Pilly Mae has a Pilly Bay.
That was cute.
Yes, I saw you some posts on Instagram and everything. Now, the one thing that I love, that this made me have to bring it up. I tuned into you on Instagram Live the other day, like maybe 2 days ago, and you had some crazy fans.
Yeah.
One guy that got on, and he was such a big fan, and he was just so humble, and he was just so happy to talk to you and everything. But he pointed out, he was like, you got a real good man with you. You got a secure man. He just kept like repeating like how secure he was and everything. So that brings me into the single Like It and the music video. So the music video, hot, super sexy, super hot and everything. Now, with your man and your relationship, how do you guys kind of balance that with you being an artist? Is there ever sometimes where he just like, you want to put on a little more, you want to cover up some, or he's pretty comfortable with that and just open to everything?
Yeah, well, my man is from Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
And their culture, I mean, they are like more like they are more like covered.
Mm-hmm.
But he himself, he's just really like outgoing, and he really loves to express different, like he loves for me to express myself in different forms. So he's open to like all my ideas, and he's been around for a while. He's been on set with me with different videos, and he sees the process. Like he knows like how professional I am.
Yeah.
He's more like encouraging to just like live my best life and like try what I gotta do.
I like that. You definitely need that support, because I tell like my friends all the time, you need a strong woman in your corner that's gonna have your back, that's not gonna be selfish and understands your wants and needs. It seems like you found that in the man in your life. Sounds good. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. It's a two-way though, like you say, like it's like a lot of stuff that I have dealt with or deal with, a lot of women ain't on that.
Right.
And that's what I think kind of puts me different from these female rappers, because they always like dogging niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And I be feeling them, but it's like that's just not who I am.
Yeah, I give people room to breathe. Let them be themselves.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so let's get back to the single Like It. Tell me some more about that.
Like It was just pretty much, it comes from a place of just saying, this is how I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, I don't really care how you like it. This is what I'm doing, and you better be ready.
You were riding the beat. Like your flow is very consistent. It's not choppy in any ways. I think my favorite bar was, "I'm hard as a nipple, you soft as my titty." That's a memorable bar. I love that. It reminds me of like something that Kanye would say.
Yeah.
Like you got the deep bars, you got the wordplay, you got the lyricism, and then you can come with something so simple, and that's what's memorable. I really like that. It showed a lot of personality.
Thank you. Yeah, that's lit.
Now, another thing about the video, like I said, you are very confident with yourself, with your looks. Were you always that confident?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I mean, from a very early, I used to do beauty pageants when I was really little.
Mm-hmm.
Like little girl pageants. And my sister was in pageants, so like I just wanted to do everything my sister did.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister was always just in the camera. Like my dad used to film everything we did. Okay. So it was like, costume time. Let's put makeup on. It's time to put on a show. Like I have to be the center of attention.
I like that. You demand that too. It's like, I feel like you don't even have to try. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, thank you.
So what is some advice? Because right now I notice like women and their bodies, that's a really big thing in 2020, whether people are supportive of what women are trying to do or they're trying to tear them down. How do you feel? Like words of advice do you have to women who either want to go out and either buy the body they want, or they want to go to the gym every day and work for the body that they want? What advice can you give to them? Because I feel like there's a lot of women out there right now who kind of need to just kind of hear something along those lines.
Definitely. I think like you have to first and foremost love yourself through it all, through the bad, through the good. Like you have to love yourself because it starts with you. And whether you go to the gym and bust your ass in the gym, or whether you grinding trying to get that bread for that surgery, for me, it's like it was like a combination, and it's like a lifestyle. Like I always want to like work out, not for just like looking good, but it's like health.
Yeah.
Wise. But at the same time, you know, like if you're not happy with something and you just really just aren't, it's not for anyone else, it's for you.
Right.
Then, you know, start with the basics. Like, okay, let's figure out how we go get this money so we can get this surgery. But I will say, like, I'm telling you, it's not about, it has to start with you. You have to love yourself first. Because girls will get these, oh man, like I'm pretty sure you know, like in Houston, like they pull that ass up, then that should be looking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. Like that has become the norm now. That I was asking a friend of mine the other day, because it was a couple girls. They were just making comments about it. And as I said, is this goals? You know, as of right now, it's like, is that what most women are working towards? Like, oh, I want to do this so I can afford to get a BBL, because I hear it so much, and it just made me kind of wonder, well, who are you doing it for? Are you doing it because that's what's kind of hot right now, or are you really doing it for yourself, like you said?
Yeah,
I love that message. I really do feel like more people need to hear that. Do it for yourself, not for the cameras, not for the likes, not for anything else.
Yeah, because once you change it, it's like, you know, some people can like go recover. I think K Michelle like chopped her booty off.
I don't know. It's crazy to me. I was
like, yeah, that's like more trauma to your body, more surgery. Like, you know, like make sure it's something that you really want.
Yeah, because one thing we haven't necessarily seen is the long-term effects of this.
Yes, we are the generation that will find out.
Yeah, well, we are a very interesting generation as far as the face tats that everyone's getting nowadays to whatever it is.
All the people who got tatted up, we're gonna be old as fuck with like sleeves and tattoos everywhere.
Right. So I want to talk a little bit more about Like It in the music video. You were bartending in the music video. I really like that.
Yeah.
Were you really mixing up the drinks, or you just kind of showing for the camera?
No, it was just like a fake bottle. We poured water in it because
you still got it. You're pretty nice with the drink still.
I don't know if I still got it, but I definitely didn't want to use their liquor. I was so thankful that the club let me use their club. It's a brand new spot in Miami. It's called The Cave. One of my really good friends, he's the owner. He's actually the guy starring in my video D Cups.
Okay.
So yeah, he just opened up this spot, and I was like, we gonna fill bottles up with water, like
yeah, we ain't wasting none.
Yeah, because the club was just so packed. You know what I mean? Like it was hard to like squeeze in there. We had to start at like 6 a.m. Okay.
Do you have any performances or anything coming up?
I do. I have a event November 9th at Playhouse.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna be like pretty much hosting, but turning the club up, getting lit, doing how I do.
Another thing I wanted to ask before we get out of here, who are some other artists in the Miami, Florida area that you might want to work with?
Well, I've always wanted to work with this artist. She's out of Jacksonville. Her name's Chameleon. She did the Twerk For Me joint. It's like going viral right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like she be singing her ass off. She can rap her ass off. She's so talented.
Gotcha. And I got a request. I don't know if you've heard if you know about DJ Chose or Beat King, but there's this song that's going crazy out here called Then Leave. I would love to hear you get on a remix for that. I think you would kill it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
definitely.
check that out if you haven't heard it yet. See if you might want to do
Get
something
that
with that.
bread, that head, Stanley.
Then Lee, yeah. Yeah, I think you can kill that. I really like your rapping style. Do you ever see yourself, because Miami has so many artists like Pitbull or Flow Rider, who they're hip hop, but they have really branched outside of that hip hop and made themselves international brands. Do you ever see yourself kind of going cross genre?
Definitely. I like my dream is to be like a pop star. But I just love music. Like I love all different types of genres of music. So I just pray like my creativity expands like all the different fields and avenues music could take me.
Okay. And now, last question before we wrap things up. I want to get into the political side of things, because Florida is always an important state when it comes to these elections. So I just want to know, how do you feel about voting? Are you going to vote? You don't have to tell us who you're voting for, but then also just what are some words of encouragement that you have for everyone out there during this election time?
Definitely voting. I definitely think we, especially like as a Black woman, I have to exercise my privilege, or I don't know if it's a privilege, but my right. It's a right. My right to vote. So definitely voting, because right now it's kind of tough with this election, but at the same time, it's like we gotta do what's right. And I don't really like to get into politics, but I'm gonna just be frank. Like, we need to support our Democratic Party.
I feel like people are way more open to people's political views nowadays. Like, you're not gonna get too crucified like how it was back in the 90s and 2000s. Like, it was very taboo to speak on where your thoughts were at, with any of this. But I appreciate that we can have these more open, conversations on matters like that now.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I want everyone to make sure you go check out the new single, Like It, which is available on all platforms. Follow Pilly Mae on Instagram at Pilly Mae, PILLYMAE. And what would you like to say to your fans before we get out of here?
I would just say stay tuned. I have so much more coming. I'm so thankful for you to interview me, and check out the YouTube. It's a lot of old footage on there, so y'all can enjoy it. And thank you for always rocking with me. Shout out to the Etiquette group. Shout out to Fanatic. And I love you guys.
We appreciate you. This is the One by One Network. I'm your host, 91. Again, thank you to Pilly Mae.